So we have quite the fight on our hands today. Thor, the god of thunder, versus Flash, the fastest man alive. Who wins? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Thor is the Asgardian god of thunder, and the son of Odin, the All-Father of Asgard, and the Elder Earth goddess Gaia. Combining the power of both worlds, Thor is arguably the greatest and mightiest defender of both. Armed with his powerful enchanted Ur hammer Mjolnir, Thor is the mightiest warrior of Asgard, a founding member of the Avengers, and one of the strongest, most powerful beings on Earth. Thor is the strongest of the Asgardian gods, and his strength is considered to be incalculable and doesn't really have an upper limit. His strength is comparable to Hulk and Hercules. He can destroy entire planets with the force of his blows, and he's lifted the Midgard serpent, which was larger and weighed much more than the Earth. Thor is one of the most durable heroes in the Marvel Universe, and has been able to withstand attacks from Hulk, planet-shattering blows, and energy blasts from Celestials and Odin. So yeah, he's pretty durable. Thor is also able to go for extended periods of time without food, water, and sleep, and one time fought the Frost Giants for 9 months straight. He is one of the most trained and experienced warriors in the Marvel Universe, and is actually a skilled hand-to-hand fighter, even though he tends to use a brawling technique. He's also a highly skilled weapons expert, with the most notable weapon being Mjolnir. Now, besides the obvious fact that the hammer can be used to hit stuff, even destroy mountains and planets, Mjolnir has a ton of abilities. Thor can control the weather, even affecting it on a planetary scale, and unleash electrical storms, hurricane winds, tornadoes, tidal waves, blizzards, and earthquakes. He's even done some out-of-the-box things too, like when he made it rain fire. While Thor doesn't have the innate ability to fly, if he swings Mjolnir at faster than light speeds, he's then able to fly. Thor can manipulate matter on a vast scale, and has the ability to transmute elements. He is able to turn intangible and invisible, and Mjolnir is also able to create nearly impenetrable force fields. Thor is able to absorb and project energy blasts with Mjolnir, and he doesn't even have to wait for an opponent to shoot a blast of energy, but he can absorb it directly from their body. One of Thor's most powerful attacks is the God Blast, which killed the Midgard Serpent and injured Galactus. He also has the Anti-Force, which is unbelievably powerful, and took out an entire battle of barbarians in one blast. And then in the other corner we have Flash. Having discovered his mother murdered and his father blamed for the act, forensic scientist Barry Allen sought to clear his father's name and find the real killer. After being doused in chemicals and struck by lightning, Barry was granted the gift of super speed. Now he protects his hometown Central City as the Flash, the fastest man alive and founding member of the Justice League. So Barry generates his super speed by tapping into the Speed Force, and he actually generates the Speed Force as he runs, so it's kind of like he's a Speed Force engine. This also means that he can never be cut off in the Speed Force, because as soon as he starts running, he will generate energy, regain his speed, and be connected to the Speed Force once more. Flash is able to run much faster than the speed of light, quickly circling the globe multiple times while fighting Reverse Flash. He's able to outrace Darkseid's Omega Beams. He said that he can clear out all of Tokyo from a tidal wave in just 30 seconds, and he's also faster than Man of Steel. When Flash runs, everything around him seems to slow down, but he's still able to make out crimes and people around him. Alongside superhuman speed, Barry also possesses superhuman agility and reflexes, allowing him to instantly react to any danger coming his way. He also has superhuman stamina, and has near infinite endurance, meaning that, in theory, he can run for forever. Flash has complete control over his body, down to the molecular structure, which allows him to vibrate his body through solid objects. He's even able to vibrate so fast that light doesn't reflect off of him, and he's invisible. Barry can also extend this ability to other people or objects, like the time he phased an entire plane and all of its passengers. With his super speed, Flash is able to run in a circle and create an air vortex, which he then uses as either an offensive weapon to suffocate an enemy, creating a barrier, or sending someone to another dimension. He's able to project bolts of electricity from his hands, and he's also able to land countless punches using super speed. Flash can deliver the infinite mass punch, which is where he runs near the speed of light and gains the relative mass of a white dwarf star. Finally, Flash can also travel to and from the Speed Force and trap opponents in the Speed Force where they are unable to escape. So who wins? So let's break it down. Now, Thor is physically superior to Flash. I mean, he's the god of thunder, while Barry is just a forensic scientist. Thor has been able to lift the Midgard serpent, move planets, and destroy worlds with the force of his blows. He's stronger, more durable, and has greater power and versatility thanks to Mjolnir. On the other hand, Flash is much, much faster. So that's what we're working with. Now, in order to figure out who wins this one, there are several questions we need to answer. First, will Flash be able to injure Thor? Second, will Thor be able to hit Flash? Third, does Mjolnir give Thor any powers that will allow him to defeat Flash? And finally, if Flash is able to injure Thor, how long would it take until it happens? And really, would Thor be able to put Flash down quicker? Now, Flash's main power is his super speed. But with that speed comes the ability to supercharge his blows and mimic super strength. He's able to hit hard enough to make someone go Mach 2 and kick with the mass of a small moon. But his greatest attack is his infinite mass punch. Now, the next few things apply to Wally West, but Barry can replicate them, even if it might be a little less powerful. He's been able to punch a white Martian at light speed and knock him out, as well as send him flying across several continents. And that Martian was said to have durability comparable to the Man of Steel. Wonder Woman has also said that his punches hurt more than Superman's, and Diana has literally been hit from outer space all the way back to Earth before by Cal. So if power behind his attacks like that, Flash will definitely be able to hurt Thor. However, I don't see Barry taking him out with just one punch. After all, Thor has held up the blast from Zeus, Odin, Galactus, and Celestials, and withstood a bomb that blew up a ship the size of a small solar system. So Thor is definitely tough enough to take a punch from Flash and keep on coming. On the other hand, Flash isn't nearly as tough. The Speed Force does provide some cushion from injury, and he's been able to take punches that sent him through concrete walls. But if Thor really wanted to, he could take Flash down with one hit. The problem is, Thor has to hit Flash first. Now, the God of Thunder has gone up against opponents with super speed before, and held his own. But the difference here is that speed is Flash's primary power. Like, Silver Surfer is super fast as well, and Thor is able to battle against him. But Surfer usually uses other powers, like Strength and Energy Blast, to fight, instead of relying solely on speed. Flash solely relies on speed. Now, Thor has been able to swing his hammer at twice the speed of light, dodge blast from Silver Surfer, and react to attacks from Hyperion, who himself has been able to unleash attacks in the span of nanoseconds. So Thor isn't necessarily slow, but on average, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for him to keep up with Flash. That is, if Flash is taking this fight seriously and moving faster than light speed. If he's not, well, then Thor could get a blow in and end it. But he might not even need to land a physical attack. Mjolnir might grant him a power or ability that can allow him to take down Flash. The hammer will counter Flash's intangibility, and Barry won't be able to trap in the Speed Force, since Thor can simply open up portals to other dimensions and return to the fight. Barry's lightning won't be any good, since one of Thor's whole shticks is lightning. However, so many of Thor's abilities are countered by Flash's speed. Like, Flash is going to be faster than lightning, he can dodge getting hit with a hammer, and he can even avoid the God Blast. And while the hammer does give him the ability to fly, Flash has fought against people who can fly no problem, and Thor is also prone to battling people hand to hand and on the ground, not simply staying in the air and striking from above. Now, the last question, and the most important one that we've got to answer, is that since both of them can take down the other one, who's going to do it first? Well, really, it all comes down to speed. All of Flash's most powerful attacks move at light speed or faster, which will be near, if not impossible, for Thor to block or counter. And since Barry can move and react at much faster than light speed, he's going to be able to dodge Thor's attacks. Now, Thor might get lucky and land a devastating blow, or think to use his powers to just unleash tons of lightning strikes and destroy the battlefield, and hope to hit Flash in the process. But as a whole, at the end of the day, Flash will be able to land more attacks and dodge more attacks, and it's just too fast for Thor. Flash wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button, more videos just like this one every single day, and I'll see y'all next time.